In today's video, I am going to be bringing you a new, much more affordable alternative to something I have shared with you now for a few years as an absolute favorite. That favorite is actually my Avene, either RetrinAl Eyes or Physiolift Eyes. This is the Physiolift Eyes. I actually repurchased this not too long ago because I'd been out of both of them, and I love it. The reason why I love the Avene is because it is an eye cream with retinaldehyde. Now, you know, and I just made a video about it not too long ago, that retinaldehyde is my preferred form of a retinoid. Now, it is basically one step away from the prescription form of retinoic acid. So it's one conversion away from being active in your skin. So when you use retinaldehyde instead of using retinol with an OL, you are more likely to get the benefits that you want faster, and you're more likely to get a more effective and just a more potent product when you use retinal with an AL over retinol with an OL. So those are my reasons for using retinaldehyde. Also, retinaldehyde tends to be less irritating as far as I'm concerned, but more effective. So all the way around, it is my preferred choice when it comes to retinoids. Now, of course, there's nothing wrong with the actual active form of tretinoin for your face if you like that. But for under the eyes, I actually do prefer either a retinol or retinal because that skin is so delicate and easily irritated. So for the longest time, I have recommended this one from Avene. It runs somewhere in the mid $40 range, and yeah, so it's relatively expensive. For you get half an ounce, okay? When I was in London in October, I actually picked up the Beauty of Joseon. I think you say it like that, Beauty of Joseon. This is their retinal eye cream. I recently actually opened the box finally and started to use it, and I'm blown away by how fantastic this eye cream is. Then I started looking at the ingredient decks, comparing them, and there is no doubt in my mind that it is an absolutely amazing alternative to the Avene Physiolift or the Avene RetrinAl. Now, let's go over the ingredient deck quickly and just talk about why I think that this one is so great. First of all, getting price out of the way, the Beauty of Joseon is $17 and the Avene is mid 40s, depending on if you get the Physiolift or if you get the RetrinAl. They're the same product with a different name, but they have the exact same ingredient deck. With the Avene, you get half an ounce. With the Beauty of Joseon, you get 1 full ounce. So $17 versus $45, let's call it. Double the amount. So clearly you can tell by the amount that you get and the price that you pay that this is a better value. But then let's look at the ingredients, because of course it can be, you know, it could be $2, and if the ingredients are horrible, then it wouldn't be worth it, right? Okay, so the Beauty of Joseon does use that retinal, and they have it encapsulated. It's a liposomal delivery, meaning that it's going to be able to not only stabilize the retinal, but it's also going to help it deliver it into the skin via liposomes. It's an encapsulation that helps it just to kind of almost dissolve into the barrier and get through, so that it's able to deliver the vitamin in to be able to do all the wonderful things. It's going to help with cellular turnover, so you're going to be able to turn over your skin a little bit more efficiently. At my age, I'm probably going through a skin cycle every 45 days now versus when I was younger and it was 28 days. So under the eyes especially, revealing fresher skin will help with crepiness, and it's going to help with texture. Now, retinal is also a pigment inhibitor, so it's going to help with getting rid of hyperpigmentation under the eyes, which is often why people see dark circles. It's not always just seeing the vascularity through thin skin. A lot of times it's a collection of hyperpigmentation that causes the under eyes to look dark. Well, retinaldehyde can help with that as well, because it helps to inhibit tyrosinase, which is part of the melanin process. And when that is inhibited, you will eventually see a lightening of that hyperpigmentation if that is something that bothers you. Retinaldehyde is just fantastic at helping to boost collagen production as well, which of course we know that we could use under our eyes, especially as we get older. Okay, so they both have that fabulous ingredient in there. So that is a check for both of them. Then when we look at the Beauty of Joseon, the other things that they have in it is, first of all, it has ginseng. Now, ginseng is an amazing antioxidant, and so you know that this is the year of antioxidants. For me on this channel, I'm going to sing them from the rooftops because I truly believe that helping us protect our cells from the onslaught of oxidative stress, which is trying its best to age us faster, is only going to help us. Ginseng also can be very nourishing to the skin and help with your barrier function. So that is a fabulous ingredient to see in a product, especially kind of cocktailed along with a retinoid. This has cholesterol, it has peptides, it has ceramides, all of these things that are going to help with your barrier function, because no matter what brand comes out with a retinoid in their product, it can be drying and it can really kind of bother your barrier. So having a bunch of other ingredients that are barrier respective, that are going to help to kind of buffer that active ingredient in a way that's going to make it more tolerated and not lead to any kind of dryness, is a really good thing. It also has a couple other ingredients in it that are emollients that are also helpful with barrier repair, and they're going to help to buffer that retinoid from being harsh on your skin. So it can do all of the work that it's supposed to do, while all of these other ingredients are over there caring for the skin. So you've got your repair going on with the retinoid, but you've got all these other ingredients that are actually caring for the skin, that are going to help with the appearance of your skin, the hydration, and the kind of nourishment of that area under the eye. Crepey skin sometimes is due to loss of elasticity and of course loss of collagen, but it also can be due to simple dryness. Now, sometimes when you are using a retinoid, I have heard people say that they feel like this dries out their under eyes. And I always was saying, you know, I would add in some extra moisture, buffer it, do some things to help it along, because I loved this one so much. That's already all in here. It has so many great ingredients that are going to mitigate that dryness. So while it's going to work trying to produce all the structural stuff, the protein stuff that's going to actually help to strengthen the skin under the eyes, it has all these ingredients that are going to help mitigate dryness and dehydration so that the under eye area looks hydrated and looks more healthy and bouncy. Really a fantastic cocktail, and leaps and bounds above the Avene. Now, the consistency of the Beauty of Joseon is more of like a gel cream texture. It comes in a tube with a pump, which I actually really like this kind of packaging. And it looks like this. I'm gonna hopefully be able to show you guys. It is very nice and silky. I mean, really silky. It actually reminds me just a little bit of the texture of my Naturium retinaldehyde for the face. It just has that silky gel cream texture that doesn't feel dry. And when it dries down, it just kind of disappears into the skin and leaves it doesn't look oily or cakey or anything like that. And then it also doesn't look matte or dry. Now, that would have been one of the complaints that I did have about the Avene, is that it was relatively dry. I would load up on hydration, and because it was that retinaldehyde, I completely overlooked that texture. Now, the Avene that we're looking at here is thicker, and it's more of kind of a cream. Definitely only suitable for at night as far as I'm concerned, just because of the texture. And when this one dries down, it definitely dries to kind of a matte finish, which wasn't really my favorite for underneath the eyes. But again, because I loved that retinaldehyde in there, and in the beginning, it was one of the very few eye creams that had retinaldehyde in it. And this is the wonder of the industry growing, is that we are going to see more and more retinaldehyde in all of the products that used to be just like, oh, there was one or two available, and typically they were not cheap. Anyway, I really, really prefer the texture of the Beauty of Joseon over the Avene as well. I prefer all of those amazing nurturing ingredients that are so skin loving and so fantastic to see augment that retinal. This one is still great. If you own this one like I do, I'm definitely not gonna not finish this one. Finish this one off, but I tell you, when you are done with this one, what a fantastic option this one would be. And again, we're talking half an ounce of the Avene for $45. We are talking 1 full ounce of the Beauty of Joseon for $17. So you can pretty much get 3 of these for 1 of the Avene, and the Beauty of Joseon is double the size of the Avene. I mean, really, there isn't much debate here. I mean, it honestly, when I realized, it slapped me in the face. I couldn't believe it, that I have now come with a dupe of one of my all-time favorites. Anyway, let me know if you've tried this one. Let me know if you've tried anything else from the line. I was so tempted to grab their sunscreen and some other things. I bought this at a shop in London. But I have not tried anything else from the brand. Let me know if you have anything else you would suggest that I try. Let me know if you know of any other retinal eye creams or facial products or body products that you love. I would love to hear about it because, again, this is the year of antioxidants and retinaldehyde as far as I'm concerned. I hope you enjoyed this segment of affordable alternatives. If you're new here, I hope you'll subscribe before you go. I hope you're having a fantastic skin day, and I will talk to you in my next skincare video. Take care.